Atlantic Ocean with 320 people. Lightning destroyed everything. All radios died. No hope. Then, through the darkness, a young girl's voice broke through on the emergency frequency. She knew exactly what to do. Her mother was Navy pilot Shark. She was the only hope left. Before you watch full story, comment below from which country are you watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories. The morning was beautiful and clear. A large airplane called Flight 247 was flying from New York to London. It was a Boeing 777. Inside the plane, there were 320 passengers. Everyone was happy. The weather was perfect. There were no clouds anywhere in the sky. Captain Richard Thompson was the main pilot. He had been flying planes for 28 years. He was sitting in the front of the plane. Next to him was his co-pilot, Sarah Chin. They were both very experienced pilots. They knew how to fly in any situation. "Everything is good," Captain Thompson said. He was looking at his instruments. The radio was working perfectly. The GPS was working. The navigation system was working. All the engines were running smoothly. Sarah Chin smiled. "This is the easiest flight I have ever had," she said. "Nothing can go wrong today." The passengers were sitting in their seats, watching movies, reading books, sleeping, eating food. No one was worried. No one thought anything bad would happen. But something was about to happen. Something that nobody expected. In the back of the plane, in seat 45D, there was a young girl named Emma Watson. She was 11 years old. She was flying to London alone to visit her grandmother. Her mother had given her a backpack with books and snacks. Inside Emma's backpack, there was also something else. Something that would save everyone on this plane. But Emma did not know that yet. Emma's mother had been a Navy pilot. Her name was Commander Jordan Hayes. People called her Shark. She was a very famous pilot. She could fly better than almost anyone in the Navy. Shark had disappeared 10 months ago. Everyone thought she was dead. But before she disappeared, she had taught Emma many things. She had taught her how to use military radios. She had taught her emergency procedures. She had taught her secret frequencies. Emma had a small notebook in her backpack. It was filled with her mother's handwriting. Every page had radio frequencies written on it. Every page had emergency codes. Emma's mother had made her memorize everything. "Why do I need to know this, Mom?" Emma had asked once. "Because knowledge saves lives," Shark had said. "If something bad happens to you, or to someone near you, you need to know what to do. You need to know how to call for help." Emma had memorized everything, but she never thought she would need to use it. The plane had been flying for 3 hours. It was now in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. There was no land for hundreds of miles in any direction. Captain Thompson was relaxed. "We are doing great," he said to Sarah. "We should land in London in 4 more hours. Everything is perfect." Then something changed. The sky became darker, not because of the sun, because of something else. Captain Thompson looked ahead. "What is that?" he said. He was pointing at the sky. A huge dark cloud was coming towards them. But it came from nowhere. The weather radar had said there were no storms anywhere. "This is strange," Sarah said. She was looking at the radar screen. "The radar shows nothing, but I can see a cloud." The cloud came closer and closer. Then lightning struck the plane. It was not normal lightning. It was extremely strong. The flash was so bright that both pilots had to close their eyes. The sound was very loud. The whole plane shook. And then something terrible happened. Everything went dark. All the lights in the plane went off. All the instruments went off. All the screens went black. The engines stopped making sound. Everything was dead. "No, no, no." Captain Thompson was trying everything. He was pushing buttons. He was pulling switches. Nothing was working. "Captain, what is happening?" Sarah was very scared. "I do not know," Captain Thompson said. His voice was shaking. "All the power is gone. The main power and the backup power. Everything is dead." In the back of the plane, the passengers were screaming. They thought the plane was breaking. They thought they were going to crash. The darkness was very frightening. "Ladies and gentlemen, Please stay calm. Captain Thompson was shouting into the darkness. But nobody could hear him. The communication system was not working. The plane was falling slowly out of the sky, and nobody knew where they were. Nobody could call for help. Emma Watson was sitting in her seat. She was not screaming like the other passengers. She was thinking. She was thinking about her mother. She was thinking about all the things her mother had taught her. Emma reached into her backpack. She pulled out a small box. It was a portable radio, a military radio. Her mother had given it to her before she disappeared. Keep this with you always, Shark had said. This radio does not need the main power to work. It has its own battery. If everything else fails, this radio will still work. Emma turned on the radio slowly. The battery light came on. It showed 87% charge. The radio was working. Emma's hands were shaking. She knew what she had to do. She had practiced this many times with her mother. She found the frequency in her notebook. It was 121.5 megahertz. This was the international emergency frequency. All military pilots listened to this frequency. All Navy pilots were monitoring this all the time. Emma took a deep breath. She pressed the button on the radio and spoke into it. Her voice was small and scared, but she tried to sound brave. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? This is Emma Watson. I am 11 years old. I am on commercial flight 247 flying from New York to London. Our plane lost all power. The radio is dead. We have 320 people on board. We need help. Can anyone hear me? She released the button. There was only static. No answer. Emma tried again. Hello? Is anyone listening? My mother was a Navy pilot. Her name was Commander Jordan Hayes. Call sign Shark. She taught me how to use this radio. Please, if anyone can hear me, we need help very badly. Again, only static. Emma did not give up. She tried 3 more times. Each time she spoke more clearly. Each time she tried to sound more confident. We are in the Atlantic Ocean. I do not know our exact location, but we were flying from New York to London. All our systems are dead. The pilots cannot navigate. The pilots cannot talk to anyone. We have 320 people on this plane. Please help us. 200 miles away, a Navy airplane was flying. It was a P-8 Poseidon. It was a special plane that the Navy uses to find submarines and monitor the ocean. Inside this plane, there was a pilot named Lieutenant Commander Jake Martinez. He was called Hunter 7 by the Navy. He was a very good pilot. He had flown many difficult missions. But Jake had one dream. He wanted to find Commander Jordan Hayes. Call sign Shark. She was his hero. She had disappeared 10 months ago. But Jake believed she was still alive somewhere. Jake was flying his normal patrol. He was listening to the emergency radio frequency like he always did. Suddenly, he heard a young voice. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Jake sat up in his seat. He turned up the volume. He heard the girl say her mother was Commander Jordan Hayes. Call sign Shark. Jake's heart almost stopped. Did that girl just say Shark? Whispered his co-pilot. Jake was shaking. He grabbed his microphone and transmitted immediately. Emma, Emma, can you hear me? This is Navy Aircraft Hunter 7. I can hear you perfectly. You are coming through very clear. In the back of the commercial plane, Emma heard a man's voice. She was so happy that she almost cried. Yes, I can hear you, she said. Thank God. Thank God someone is listening. Emma, listen to me, Jake said. His voice was calm and strong. I knew your mother. Your mother is a hero. And you are a hero too. We are going to help you. We are coming to you right now. Jake turned to his co-pilot. Tell everyone, he said. We have a commercial flight down. Total electrical failure. 320 people. We are taking the lead on this rescue. Contact Iceland. Contact the Coast Guard. Tell them we have the plane on radio. Within minutes, every military plane in the North Atlantic was moving towards Flight 247's last known position. Fighter jets took off from Iceland. Coast Guard ships started moving towards the area. But the communication link was Emma. The 11-year-old girl was the only way to talk to the pilots of Flight 247. Emma, Jake said, I need you to go to the cockpit. Can you do that? Yes, sir, Emma said. I can do that. Emma stood up and walked towards the front of the plane. The plane was dark and scary, but Emma was brave. She walked carefully towards the cockpit. The cockpit door was not locked. Emma opened it slowly. Captain Thompson? She said quietly. Who is that? Captain Thompson was surprised. He could see a young girl standing in front of him in the darkness. Sir, I have a radio, Emma said. A Navy pilot is listening. His name is Hunter 7. He is coming to help us. He wants to talk to you. Captain Thompson could not believe what he was hearing. A young girl had found a way to call for help? He took the radio from Emma. Hunter 7, this is Captain Richard Thompson, he said. Flight 247. What is your situation? Captain, I am 200 miles south of your position, Jake said. I am bringing fighter jets to guide you. We are going to get you home safely. But I need you to listen to me very carefully. You have to fly manually, without instruments, using only visual reference. Can you do that? I can try, Captain Thompson said. But I do not know exactly where I am. I do not know how to navigate. I will navigate for you, Jake said. I can tell you which direction to fly. I can tell you what to look for. Emma is going to be my relay. She is going to run between you and the radio. Can you do that, Emma? Yes, Emma said. I can do that. For the next 4 hours, Emma ran back and forth between the cockpit and the rear of the plane. She was carrying messages from the Navy pilot to Captain Thompson. She was carrying information from Captain Thompson back to the Navy. Jake told Captain Thompson which direction to fly. Emma told him. Captain Thompson changed direction. Emma reported back. Jake told him when to descend. Emma told him. Captain Thompson adjusted the plane's angle. Emma's legs were getting tired. Her voice was getting hoarse. But she did not stop. She kept running. She kept communicating. Other passengers saw what Emma was doing. They started helping her. They gave her water. They told her she was brave. But Emma just kept working. She had one job. She had to save 320 people. After 3 hours, fighter jets from Iceland arrived. There were 4 F-15 jets. They flew very close to the commercial plane. So close that the pilots could see each other. The fighter jets had lights. They showed Captain Thompson the way to fly. Captain, the fighters are showing you the way now, Emma said. They are pointing with their lights. Follow them. Captain Thompson followed the lights. Good, Jake said over the radio. You are doing great, Captain. You are going to make it. Emma, you are doing amazing. You saved all these people. The commercial plane followed the fighter jets. Lower and lower. Closer and closer to land. Finally, the runway of Reykjavik Airport in Iceland came into sight. Emma, we are almost there, Jake said. Can you see the runway? Yes, Emma said. She was looking out the window. I can see the runway. Captain, the Navy pilot says you can land now. Captain Thompson brought the plane down smoothly. The wheels touched the runway gently. The plane landed safely. All 320 people were alive. The plane stopped, and the emergency doors opened. Everyone started clapping and cheering. People were hugging each other. People were crying happy tears. Emma was still holding the radio. She pressed the button one more time. Hunter 7, we are down. We are safe. We landed. Jake's voice came back. He was crying. Emma, you did it. You saved 320 people today. You are a hero. Your mother would be so proud.
So proud.
After everyone got off the plane safely, they all wanted to see Emma. They wanted to thank her. They wanted to tell her that she was their hero. Captain Thompson came and hugged her. You saved my life, he said. You saved all our lives. An old man came and held her hand. I was going to die today, he said. But you saved me. Thank you, young lady. Thank you. A woman with a baby came and thanked her with tears in her eyes. My baby gets to grow up because of you, she said. Emma did not feel like a hero. She just felt like she had done what her mother had taught her to do. Then Jake Martinez walked into the airport. He had landed his Navy plane. He saw Emma sitting alone, and he walked over to her slowly. "Emma?" he said. "Yes." Emma looked up. Jake knelt down so he could look her in the eye. "I flew with your mother many times," Jake said. "Your mother was the best pilot I ever knew. She was brave. She was smart. She never gave up. And today, I could see all of those things in you." "Where is my mother?" Emma asked. "Do you think she is still alive?" Jake took a deep breath. "I believe she is," he said. "I believe she is still out there somewhere. And I believe that one day she will come home. And when she does, I am going to tell her that her daughter is just like her. That her daughter is a hero." Jake gave Emma a small patch. It was an old Navy patch. It had belonged to Shark. "Your mother gave me this patch a long time ago," Jake said. "She said it would keep me safe. I want you to have it now, to keep you safe, and to help you remember that your mother is still with you." Emma held the patch very carefully. It smelled like her mother. It smelled like her mother's flight suit. It smelled like her mother's perfume. "Thank you," Emma whispered. The news of Emma's rescue spread around the world very quickly. Every news station was talking about it. Every newspaper was writing about it. 11-year-old girl saves 320 people using radio taught by missing Navy pilot mother. People everywhere were reading Emma's story. People everywhere were talking about it. Emma became very famous. She was invited to important meetings. She was invited to Navy ceremonies. But Emma did not like being famous. She just wanted to find her mother. Every day, Emma listened to the emergency radio frequency. She waited and hoped that one day she would hear her mother's voice again. 6 months after the rescue, something happened. Emma was in her room studying radio frequencies. She was sitting at her desk. She had her mother's notebook open. She was reading through the frequencies that her mother had taught her. Suddenly, her radio made a sound. A special sound. Coded sound. Emma's heart jumped. She knew this sound. Her mother had taught her this sound. It was an emergency signal that only Navy pilots knew. Emma grabbed the radio and started recording. The signal was very far away. It was very weak. But Emma could hear it. And then she heard something that made her cry. She heard her mother's voice. It was very faint. It was very weak. But it was definitely her mother. "Emma," the voice said. "Emma, if you are hearing this, I want you to know I am alive. I am coming home. Your mother is coming home." Then the signal went away. But Emma had heard enough. Her mother was alive. Her mother was coming home. Emma called Jake Martinez immediately. "Hunter 7, she said. "I got a signal. My mother sent a signal. She is alive. She is really alive." Jake listened to the recording. He could hear Shark's voice. He could hear the coded message. "Emma, this is the best news I have ever heard," Jake said. "We are going to find her. We are going to bring her home." 1 year later, Emma was standing on the deck of a Navy ship. She was looking out at the ocean. Jake Martinez was standing next to her. "Your mother taught you well," Jake said. "You know that." "I know," Emma said. "She taught me that knowledge saves lives. She taught me that you should never give up. She taught me to always listen, always think, and always be ready to help." "Those are good lessons," Jake said. "Do you think she will come home soon?" Emma asked. "I think she will," Jake said. "Because your mother is the strongest person I know. And because she knows that you are waiting for her. And she would do anything to see you again." Emma touched the Navy patch that Jake had given her. The patch that had belonged to her mother. "When she comes home," Emma said, "I am going to hug her so hard, and I am going to tell her that I never stopped believing in her. I never stopped listening for her voice. And she will tell you," Jake said, "that you are the bravest person she knows, that you are a hero, that you are just like her, that you are a true warrior." Emma smiled. She looked at the ocean, the same ocean where her mother was somewhere. "I will wait," Emma said, "no matter how long it takes. I will wait for you, Mom. I will always be listening.